a covenant of prosperity with God. And I'm going to close with Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 18. Let me now show you why God prospers. I say there's covenant. Let me show you why God prospers people. Let me show you. Let me show you why God prospers people. Let me show you. You'll see it's because of covenant. You must have understanding. There's what is called tithing. It is 10% of your income. You do it willingly. Here, nobody will force you. Number 2, are you listening to me? There is what is called giving to the poor. It doesn't matter. Even if your income is 15,000 monthly, you can share 500, 100, 100, 100 and go under that bridge and give to the poor. Are you listening to me? Or you put it in the charity system of the church. We're going this December to visit people. Number 3, there is what is called seed faith, where you give to a servant of God, believing God for something. It's your decision. Number 4, there's what is called prophet's offering, or you give to the church, where you look at the prophet. The Bible says, he that gives a cup of water to the prophet shall not go without the prophet's reward. And everything you must give. You don't need me to see prophecy for you to give to God. If you love him, you will give him. You don't need me to say, hey, there is something that's planted in your village that is buried in your village. Everything is buried, is dead now. I begin to tell you, hey, we must go to your village to go and remove all those things that are buried, and you must bring 1 million for us to come. That is what is called transactional thieving. Look at what he said. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth the power to get wealth. Why does he do that? That he may establish his covenant which is swear unto thy fathers, as it is this day. If I were you, I wouldn't miss Thursday, because I want to expatiate on the covenant he made with your father Abraham. I am going to expatiate on it on Thursday. And please make sure that Thursday is communion service. I want to expatiate. You see, I have told you 2 things about it. The first thing about the covenant. The covenant is number 1. It's not a respecter of what you do. Are you listening to me? So when you walk into it, it doesn't matter what you're doing. The Bible says, whatsoever you do shall do what? Shall prosper. Shout it again. Shout it again. Shout it again. There you must have the understanding. You must have the understanding and have discipline to practice it. It takes discipline. You bring out. You say, okay, they pay me 100,000. Tithe is not where you shouldn't negotiate it. Take it out. When you look at your tithe, compare with the massive work that goes on in the kingdom, you'll be so humble paying it. Are you listening to me? Is that, and you'll be so humble paying it. Don't do that. And if you can't pay a tithe on 100,000, you can't pay a tithe on 1 million. Don't say when it becomes big. If you can't pay a tithe of 30,000, 3,000, you can't pay a tithe. It starts from there. It is a sowing and a reaping. You give to the poor. You give to kingdom project. Then the other ones that are willing, you do. You look at this, and you say, "Oh, we're having a meeting. Papa, I just want to rock from there. Let me just put the rock. How much? Around 200 or 250,000. Let me call the person to come and rock that step. I am the one paying it. I don't need to come out." When you investigate God's need, God will investigate your need. The woman investigated Elisha's need. He said, this man of God crosses here every time. He will need a house. This man of God will need a table. He will need NEPA. While Elisha was passing, he said, man of God, come, we have built you a house. We have put bed. Come in. When Elisha came into his house, her house, Elisha asked their servant, ask what she needs. Go and ask her, do you need me to talk to the king to give you contracts? I'm a rich woman, I don't need. And she didn't even say anything. It was Elisha, God, that investigated and discovered that she was, I'm going to share this about the covenant, discovered that she was barren. He said, Elisha said, we would have told me now. Because if you take care of God's need, God will investigate your needs. And Elisha gave him that child. 9 months later, she gave birth to a son. And one day they were in the farm. The son shattered my head and died. Thursday is going to be explosive. There's going to be a special anointing for certain levels of wealth that will enter into your hand. Thursday, he said, the child died? He said, yes. And the woman carried the child and say it's well. Got home. Put it on that same bed. Waiting for Elisha to come. Elisha passed. He said, now you give me the child. You don't buy. Elisha said, how? You know, men of God always lay hands on dead people. Elisha laid body. Elisha laid body. The child sneezed and came back. I said, no, this one can't die. Because this woman investigated the need. That's covenant. It's in levels. It depends. If you're expecting us to come, everybody start contributing money now. I have never been in financial crisis. Will never be in my life. James was beheaded. They buried James. Dorcas died. People say we can't bury her. They say why? She makes clothes for us. She supports the church. They call Peter. See, Dorcas have died. We better come and find something. Are you going to do that? You can start with 1,000. It works. God doesn't want you to remain the same. Are you ready for covenant? Right.